Kataji be beta kam bake. And then be pinned discourse ka me along ko Gambiano be momo in your jele. That is about our budget. I mean, ndela concern movement all of Minduko. I would like maybe Mr. Samad Nanada. Pro I have more, nina budget or kono. Come jele lendi me along ko will be na dalaso barakandila. Because kana puna dalaso baraka feel me along ko. Banku dum bebe fensor lotole melafle prior planning fanam fo molia sene abake because me ajibe ay même fo like 50 million me alon ko ya bonnam from Africa 50 ako ya dundi silo le kondan others and then ay talibo la kuma kan support bake ko comme talibo e même fo nen silo do kuda aka men la fa but delaftale because ni ajibe même kuma ta jam baba ko lo nyindo ko am daraso be boy kan doron whilst I mean masakunda ko ibe ilbe do ko la ke kan an be yalla masakunda be do ko mel ke kan e ka kolol le dunduje an ko kolol me dunduje fo itaw kolol dund no dulal me yalla ko be dala so barakandila e ba yalla gambe do ba fa budget kono different from this elephant projects me yalla ko masakunda is engaging them too. So coming to the 45 million me yalla ko ya allocate for the Midi people tour. You see, I mean masakunda yenda blackly na ko namon baja wala nyito ko 45 million kauta ka allocate for Midi people tour. E ka minister ka si ka humole ko ha yalo nga ki yelo don because president tomorrow asirano signa fulale but be melon so far ka bim bero keta mansati jang na pour ko ben ka foko mansala budgeto ay tay banku be rano kala wo keta sango signa king akola ke so it's important natra ay alon fana pro ay Gambian ko kala mutanda wala nyindu ko what is the actuals from the last years what was the actuals from 2021 2022 2023 can I be for people to know allow one single trip how much they are spending to justify actually what minister meant for them because these are things important and again the productive sector in the budget also whether there is what is the percentage of amount the mainland for the productive sector because these are things I believe the productive sector can make and as a bombardal. So I think these are some of the key important things in the lifetime, through Mr. Samara Savuno Mole along by the office of the president. The amo for the and then this point Bella Pro I often back by at the budget money. What do you understand? What you do? Obviously the president is using obviously the president is using 150,000 a day ala depenso so fanang na count iso fanang fasan ka permanent secretary moyle ako obviously the president is only using $32,000 every day, something like that. Can you please help us?
Okay, but
the value of dollars in the budget and so on so.
So I also want you to talk because Ale Minister of Higher Education Ale budget talale bala munate. Is you offer mano nyola.
Okay, first, Dalasula Kola. I want to put it on the record to say that as a country, we are punching above our weight. Gambia, this is fact. You can check the sub-region and other countries around us. And most of the time, the complaint from these Bretton Woods institutions, IMF and others, is the dollar is overrated. So bottom line is that central bank is doing a tremendous job to get the dollars where it is. We are a country with very little natural resources, if any. Well, look at the likes of Nigeria. I returned from Nigeria a few days ago. $1 is 1,700 naira.
They also deal with a very
with
bad
all
situation.
Their oil and stuff. So all these countries, if you look at the economic performance, and that's why I totally agree with you. Why are we able to do this is the natural resource. Our economy managers, both the fiscal agents, Ministry of Finance and Central Bank, they're doing, given the circumstances, a tremendous job, and you don't have to take our words for it. Check what is happening with our neighbors. with all the Ghanaians and their sophistication and their intellect. I was in the bus once in Accra, and one of the passengers, he almost beat the fare collector apprentice. Because the fare he paid for the same journey, like Banju Srekunda yesterday, this guy was asking for a different fare today. So he challenged him. He said, "Where is your tariff?" The guy showed him the tariff. He said, "Today this is the tariff," and this man was already offended. So every day prices are going up. We are not at that level yet. The point is that
Mustafa, we're at that level in Gambia here. Things change every day. If you go to your NAR shop, you buy one pig milk. If they tell you 65, you go the next day, they will tell you 75. The next day, they will tell you 80. You can have two shops like this. This one is selling 80. This one is selling 85. So things are just going like
I take your submission. But my point is, check what is happening with your neighbors. Then you will appreciate your own. If you have friends in some of these countries, ask them. We're in a much better situation than.
But we could be better than the situation we are.
Yes, we are.
If you people are like, I mean, all of Senegal.
Okay. Go ahead.
You know, Jani but the rule of thumb is that before you don't just analyze based on one variable. You don't look at Gambia in isolation. So if you want to know how Gambia is doing in terms of economic management, my point is that reference it to our neighbors, people that live within our circumstance, and then we will appreciate our own more. In Abuja a few days ago, right, you go to exchange dollars. There is no cash in the country. No cash. They will tell you there is no cash. They only do transfer.
Yeah.
So there are many positives in our setting. We are not saying life is perfect, life is beautiful, right? But at least we should give credit where it's due. And I think one of those areas definitely is economic management. Both the monetary agents and the fiscal agents. Yes, there is a room for improvement. We totally agree. And we encourage and we take ideas from anybody and anyone that can help us improve our conditions. Because our wives go to the same market. When you become, what you are telling me, if I want to deny it, my wife will go and face the consequence in the market. We all go to the same places. So it's one society. We take all ideas, but the bottom line is that what Mr. Bojang said is bottom line is productivity for everybody, including government.
Fiscal discipline.
We focus on productive expenditures.
Local government.
Everybody. Local governments, productive expenditures. Everybody.
Yeah, I agree with Taliban local governments. That was a political statement. Everybody. Exactly.
Let me withdraw.
Thank you. Don't get into that one.
No, somebody, you move through
It's politics. Don't get into that one.
It's everybody, yes. All sections. Okay, just continue. Ignore this two and continue. Okay, it's okay.
Local government. It's
okay. Okay, go ahead, please.
So if we focus on productivity, that is increasing the size of the cake.
Absolutely.
Then everybody will get more. But you know, these things is even.
I have a problem. Wait. I don't have a problem increasing the cake because the cake we have right now is small, but people are taking more than they should take, and others are not getting. So that will not solve the problem if we increase the cake, which means we are giving more people to even take more. Let's increase the cake and make sure it is controlled. The only hand that will cut
And
is
share
the
equally.
any hand that will hold the knife is the hand that is mandated to hold the knife. And we are sure that the piece that we will cut, wait, the piece that we will cut, you will take it to the people, the mouths that are supposed to eat it. That I agree, because that part has to be.
So the
Ya nyini nga fendo la mo jang.
let me let me explain. Remember I mentioned that we are moving towards a performance budgeting culture.
Which is good news.
And this is not just words.
Which is good
At
news.
the budget directorate now, we divide the budget directorate into 3 units. We have a budget planning unit with specialists on that, budget execution unit, and budget monitoring and reporting unit. I think next week there will be a monitoring mission to go and see some of the funds that were expended, how were they used. So effort is being made. But the point is that, government is, all of us are government. And it has to start with us, the discipline from the household.
Fiscal discipline. Attitudinal change.
Gambia, I'm sorry, but for the most part, if you have 1 million today or 1,000, your first point of thought is, what am I going to spend it? How many people think about investment, savings and investments? It's a culture. So we have to start with our kids. We help them to understand that you grow out of investments, not consumption. Why? You have 1 million, you already spent all of it. And then you wait for God to come again.
Takajabar, jinda moto, jinda jes na US. So don't sol shots, nga start the sol 3-piece.
These are the issues that we, as a society, we need to address.
Anyways.
Me personally, I encourage my kids to employ the 80-20 rule. That is, even for their lunch monies, they save 20%. But you're just encouraging them not to consume, have a culture of consumption. And that's where the problem is. If you look at the budget structure, for example, about 30% is salaries, and then you have about 50% on other charges, development 20%. All that 50% is supplies. And that addresses what Mr. Bojang was saying. The furniture around this room is mostly imported. If we make it locally made, how many jobs will we create? How much productivity? So it's all of us, huh?
So how much?
For me,
how much is budgeted for that? This is the point I'm asking.
For what?
No. I mean,
other charges for 2025. For 2025, other charges is 9.9 billion. For 2025, we'll see about 9.9 billion.
Okay.
On other goods and services. But all these things, if we, for example, are able to channel it to local productivity, we'll give people skills, we'll give people livelihoods, and the quality of life will improve. And again, our currency will strengthen. Yeah. So it's all of us. It's not a one-man issue. It's all of us.
So what happened?